Welcome to Path of Legends. As the second season unfolds, today we showcase a Stellar League starter build. Ladder rank number 2, Lich. The Undying Calamity, Eternal Life Contagion, Lich. True to its name, this build revolves around two core concepts: eternal life, survival, and contagion, damage. Let's break down its mechanics. This build's core damage skills are Contagion and Essence Drain, a combination that has been widely used since the early days of PoE 1. First, let's look at Contagion's mechanics. Applies a debuff to a single enemy, dealing chaos damage over time. The key mechanic: when an enemy affected by Contagion dies, it spreads all its debuffs, including Contagion, to nearby enemies with plus 100% damage per jump, up to 300%. Now, let's examine Essence Drain's mechanics. Fires a projectile that applies a strong chaos damage over time debuff. Currently in PoE 2, Essence Drain is the only skill besides Contagion that can apply a high-value chaos DOT debuff. This means, when an enemy affected by Contagion is killed by Essence Drain, the powerful chaos DOT from Essence Drain will also spread alongside Contagion to nearby enemies. In PoE 2, this playstyle was first adopted by a small number of Acolyte of Chayula players, allowing this underperforming class in Season 1 to become competitive. Defense: the Eternal Life mechanism. The Lich's Eternal Life Ascendancy node states, life cannot be modified while you have Energy Shield. At first glance, this seems to offer two benefits. 1. Prevents one-shots, as long as you have Energy Shield. 2. Chaos immunity, while Energy Shield is active, but the real magic happens when combined with the Soulless form, passive. 10% of damage taken bypasses Energy Shield. With Eternal Life, this bypassed damage cannot modify life. Effectively, this converts bypass percent into damage reduction. Therefore, this build's core equipment includes Atziri's Disdain, provides 10% of damage pierces. Energy Shield also grants increased Energy Shield based on maximum life. You can also get Heavy Buffer, passive skill, plus 40% to maximum Energy Shield and 5% of damage bypassed Energy Shield. Combining Soulless form plus Atziri's Disdain plus Heavy Buffer results in a total of 25% damage bypassed Energy Shield, equivalent to gaining 25% flat damage reduction, which is exceptionally powerful. Now let's proceed to the rating section. 1. Cost rating. The core equipment for this build is the Atziri's Disdain helmet, with priority modifiers being level to chaos, skill gems, chaos damage, spell damage. Currently on the marketplace, Atziri's Disdain is very affordable. 1. Exalted Orb. Chaos damage wands have reached inflated prices. Thanks to the Eternal Lich's unique mechanics, defensive gear can utilize both life and Energy Shield, avoiding single stat dependency. This significantly reduces the difficulty of acquiring defensive gear. Final cost rating. Aside from expensive weapons, other equipment remains budget-friendly. Overall cost score, 4.5. 2. Power rating. According to PoE 2 Ninja data, Dawn of the Hunt season, approximately 52% of top-tier Lich players use Contagion plus Essence Drain as primary damage, highest level achieved by Eternal Pestilence players. 96, just one level below our 1 Lich. In the character panel statistic, we can see Eternal Life Contagion. Lich can get 52k DPS and 28k EHP under normal conditions. Important note, these are baseline numbers. As an Eternal Life Contagion Lich, you can apply various curse debuffs minus chaos resistance, or utilize low life bonuses for additional damage scaling. Final power rating. Can clear all non-chaos immune content. Power score, 4.8. 3. Uniqueness rating. Ninja's new season statistics show Lich represents 13% of ladder classes, 2 position. Atziri's Disdain maintains approximately a 6% usage rate across the entire ladder ranking, placing it as the 7th most used unique item overall. The Contagion plus Essence Drain holds about a 7% usage rate in the full ladder rankings, ranking around 15th among all active skills. Conclusion: the build's popularity is relatively high, likely due to Lich's current overpowered state. If Lich receives nerfs, Eternal Pestilence would likely be heavily impacted. Final uniqueness. Rating: 4.2. Practicality. Rating: advantages. Excellent clear speed, thanks to Contagion's spreading mechanism. Damage over time playstyle. Cast and forget. Disadvantages: first, both Contagion and Essence Drain are single-target skills. They must hit the same enemy to trigger the spread effect. Missing this combo leaves you vulnerable. And second, requires at least 2 active skills. Adding curses/summons increases button complexity. Final practicality rating: 4.5. 5. Value rating. By averaging all scores, cost to power plus uniqueness, practicality, final value score, 4.5. That concludes this episode of Path of Legends. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe and follow us. See you next time, Exiles.